Good afternoon, everybody. I'm out here in the woods, just taking a walk around, looking around. It's nice out here, getting ready to pray. A lot going on in the world, ain't no denying that. Everybody's feeding into something, and it appears to me that everybody's feeding into fear. Well, fear isn't going to do any good for any of us in this situation that we're in. So I encourage people to stay strong in their faith and what they believe. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in all the negativity and all the publicity out there that, everything out on social media. Stay in your own truth and stay in what truth is. People getting caught up in this conspiracy theory, and well, I'm not buying into anything. I just pay attention to everything around me. I know it's hard not to with the media, with everything going on, people saying this and people saying that, and a government that you can't trust, and that's no surprise to me. We haven't been able to trust this government for a long time. They're untruthful to the people. They hide truths, they hide things, and just like any relationship that you might have, if people are hiding shit, it's a little hard to trust anyone that isn't truthful. I want to take a moment to pray about this coronavirus. I want to pray for everybody that's out there, all you that are struggling with your minds, with your hearts. Take a moment to pray for you. I ask that when you watch this video, take a moment to pray for all of our government employees who serve us, to protect us, to help us. Police officers, hospital staff, paramedics and firemen, all these people, emergency personnel. I ask that you keep them and their families in your prayers also. They have to go out among the environment and take risks every day that you and I don't have to. Many of us don't have to. I go back to work tomorrow. I'm still a little sick. Yeah, and it's kind of, for a lot of people, they'd be freaking out about stuff like that. Like, oh man, you got a cold, your immune system's already compromised, and you're going to go out and work. Yeah, I'm going to go out and work. I'm not going to live in fear. I'm going to still live in day by day. And be me. Life is good. Life is good. My faith is strong. My energy's high. If you're struggling with energy, you're struggling, draw off of mine if you need to. I'll be here. If anybody needs to talk or anybody's struggling, just hit me up. Life hasn't changed. Events and things going on have, but life hasn't changed. It starts out with people freaking out about this quarantine. Well, you know what? 2 weeks isn't a long time to ensure our safety. We have to take precautions. We have to take steps to ensure our safety against a virus that they know very little about yet, and there's no vaccine for. And you got people freaking out about, oh, the government's going to do this and do that with the vaccine and this chip and stuff like that. Well, you know what? There's no point worrying about that unless that time comes. Be vigilant, stay alert, and stay aware. Don't live in fear. We're a huge country. Behind every door, almost every door, there's a gun. you know. And I don't condone violence, but I do condone protecting yourselves and your families if it comes to something like that. But let's pray that it doesn't go that way, and let's pray that these things don't happen. And feeding this fear, I even got caught up in that myself. But feeding that fear isn't going to make this go away. It definitely isn't going to assist or make it better. Ask yourself what you can do to create hope. This lockdown, it kind of reminds me of like Sundance when we're isolated from the camp, and we're in prayer for 4 days. And I know, granted, it's only 4 days, but it's 4 days. 4 days that we are focused and isolated from everyone else and focused on prayer. And in that time, people's minds can struggle. I've seen it. You're fasting without food or water for 4 days, and people have a hard time. And then you have people that step forward and bring encouragement, help the others stay focused. I danced with a brother and friend of mine. His name is Dan, and he was just like that. He'll probably see this video and know I'm talking about him, and I hope he don't mind. But he had that gift. He could read and see when people were struggling, and he would sit down with you and he would talk to you, and he'd get your mind off of what you're dealing with and get you to focus on other things and get you laughing, get you into a positive frame of mind. That's what we have to do for each other today. Those are the things that we have to do for one another in this time of uncertainties. We still have to be ourselves. We still have to be able to laugh, have a sense of humor, make each other laugh, because there's way too many people that are way too serious right now, and it's hard not to be. But, true strength comes in humility. And you humble yourself before your Creator. Humble yourself and carry yourself in a humble way around everyone so that they can see that you're a humble person, that you have a smile, and that you have a genuine love, compassion for everybody around you. And that in itself will bring light and high energy to people around you. And those are the things that you need to be putting out into the world during this time of darkness. Be that light, be that encouragement, be that inspiration, inspire people to think positive and get out of their negative frame of mind. I've seen one person that was negative, and it reminded me of myself when I first started healing. So much self-pity and anger. And I was like, oh man, I wanted to block the person, and I thought, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I was there once, and that person just needs somebody to reach out and believe in them and help them find their way, find their path. We all have a path. We're all spirits on individual journeys, and now is the time maybe to find out what your purpose is. It isn't just working a 40-hour week. It isn't just showing up at the grocery store, going to the gym, living day by day. Like puppets in a mad world, moving all about, not thinking about anything but where it is or what their destination is at that moment. But your true destination isn't in this day, it's in this life. And you have to find out what your destination is through this lifetime. And most of it is going to be giving to those around you. Slow down, take time to give back to the world around you, and understand that you're going to manifest positive things into your life as well as into others. It's tough because a lot of people are just sitting up in their place in their house, their apartments and condominiums and cabins and you name it. You know, people are isolating and for good reason, but they're getting stir crazy. You know, we all can get stir crazy if we're locked up too much. But see, I live a very secluded life. I keep to myself. Outside of work, I go home and I spend a lot of time alone. So this, for me, is not an adjustment. This, for me, isn't as big as an adjustment for as it is for a lot of other people. A lot of other people struggle with boredom, not knowing what to do with themselves. You know, thank God for Facebook for a lot of people because a lot of people would be lost with this downtime if they didn't have Facebook. I can't change what's going on in the world. I can pray. I can pray about it, and I can ask for healing and for these healing prayers for each and every one of you. Right now, it seems that the prayers that are needed are for the mind. The minds are what's struggling the most. If your mind's struggling, your body's going to struggle. If your mind gets weak, so is your body. Your body will be susceptible to things that it normally isn't because you're letting everything go chaotic in your head. Slow down, take a breath, and realize that we got this. We'll come through this together. Believe in that. You know, right now I'm going to pray for each and every one of you, for all your family members, all the people that you love, that you're under the Creator's protection, that God watches over each and every one of you and protects you and all the people that you love and that's dear to you. If anybody gets sick and you need prayers, you know, for a family member or whatever, call me. I'm a pipe carrier. I carry this sacred pipe. This sacred pipe isn't mine. It's each and every one of yours. It was brought to the people for the people. You are the people. And if you need prayers, don't hesitate to contact me and ask for those prayers. That's what we do. And if you know any other pipe carriers out there, reach out to them and ask them for prayers. There's a lot of people out there that walk a spiritual path, you know. There's nothing unique about me and nothing special. I'm just me, and there's a lot of people just like me that are out there waiting to help and willing to help any of those that reach out and ask. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask. You know, I'm praying for all of our nations right now. I'm praying for all my native nations. I'm praying for all nations outside of my native nations. You know, all people, all countries, every directions, and I'm praying to all four directions for that protection, for that healing, for that help that people need. I ask the Creator now to come into the minds of each and every one of you and bring comfort, serenity, and calmness. The comfort that you need to relax. Just relax, and things are going to get better. 2 weeks is nothing. There's worse things that we could be faced with in this pandemic. You know, this is just history repeating itself. It's just got a different title. Same story, different chapter. And every chapter leads to another chapter. This isn't the end of the world. The world is not ending. We are not all going to be locked up and put in camps. Trust in your prayers. Trust in the Creator. Things will work out. So I humble myself right now, and I ask the Creator, I ask for pity for the things that I've done, for my thoughts. I ask for pity for all of those that are listening. all of those that are humbling themselves right now and asking the Creator for the same pity for the things that they might have done, things that they might have thought. And then to fill their minds and hearts with love, compassion, understanding, tolerance, patience, and guidance and nurturing. Fill their lives with happiness and health, and bring good things to their day. Bring a sign to all to let them know that we're coming out of this and that things are going to get better and that things are getting better. I'm here with you all. I'll continue praying on a daily basis. And I say be strong. Be strong in yourself. Be strong in your neighbors. Be strong in all that you come in contact with. And do not live in fear. It serves no purpose. Walk side by side with it, embrace it, but don't let it lead you. And with that, I'm going to get ready to load the sacred pipe. To all of our spiritual leaders out there that are doing the same, I say Wopala to you. Wopala for your time, for your prayers, and for your love and compassion. Reach out. That's all I'm going to say is, if you're struggling, reach out. There's a bunch of us here waiting to help and waiting to be there for you and to help bring comfort and understanding. I say I love you all. Padame.